Switch to Huntington Bank and let's get more from money. Get started at huntington.com. The Tip-Off Show is brought to you locally by
Coming off of their grueling 7-game series with the Raptors, the Cavaliers get ready to play Game 1 of the conference semifinals as they meet the Pistons in Detroit. I'm Mike Snyder in Cavs Studio Control. We're about a half hour away from tonight's opening tip, and coming up on the Huntington Tip-Off Show, we'll preview the Cavs and Pistons in Game 1. We'll hear from Kenny Atkinson on dealing with Cade Cunningham and that tenacious Detroit defense. We'll hear from Donovan and company and what they said after today's shoot-around. We'll get the Pistons side of the story from J.B. Bickerstaff. We'll check in with Tim Alcorn in Detroit, go around the NBA where the Lakers and Thunder meet later tonight, and the Knicks and T-Wolves took care of business last night. Glad to have you with us, Cavs and Pistons, getting ready for Game 1. Fifth time in team history in which the Cavs will face Detroit in the postseason. Cavs have won 3 of the last 4 series and actually have put together a win streak of 12 straight postseason wins against Detroit. Can they keep that streak alive tonight? Actually, Cavs are 3.5-point underdogs for this one. Now, both the Cavs and Pistons are coming off of Game 7 win Sunday. Cavaliers defeated Toronto 114-102 Sunday night, while earlier in the day, Detroit prevailed over the Orlando Magic 116-94. Cavaliers going to go with the lineup we saw the last time we saw them on the floor. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Dean Wade in there with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen rounding it out. The Pistons are going to go with their top defender, Asar Thompson. They've got Tobias Harris on the front line joining Jalen Duren. And in the backcourt, Duncan Robinson and their main man, Cade Cunningham. You're going to hear a lot about him. We're going to get to know him well. Really, one of the keys for the Cavs in this series is slowing him down. Now, in that Cavs win on Sunday, really, everybody did contribute. But what will be remembered most was the second-half performance of one Jarrett Allen.
Barnes headed back to away Strus. Bounce down the floor to Allen. Oh! Strus on the loose with the steal. Allen with the rim wrecker. Tyson left of the lane, hits the brakes, and now he'll float. No. Allen with the follow, popped it home. Jarrett Allen went right to the rim and knocked it back in. He's got a double-double, and the Cavs have a 13-point lead at 78-65. Lawson heads to the basket. Blocked at the rim by Allen. Ball comes off the Murray balls, and Allen blocked another one. Oh, we're having a block party for Jarrett Allen tonight. Invite all the neighbors.
Yeah, invite everybody to check that out. Jarrett Allen was special. Third quarter, he had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and that's really where the Cavs pulled away, outscoring Toronto 38-19 on their way to a 114-102 win in Game 7. Allen on the night, 22 points, 19 rebounds, and, Jarrett showing some attitude. Near the end of the game, he kind of bumped into R.J. Barrett, and, yeah, it was Jarrett saying to R.J. and the Raptors, go home.
Emotions running high, the crowd's getting into it. And switching to a different role. What did he say? Dr. J.A.
Dr. J.A., man. I love it.
And just had to let him know. Hashtag let him know.
He let him know. That's Donovan next to him. That was in the media session after the game. And also, Jarrett was asked about, changing his reputation, as he's had kind of that soft label about him. And he said this to the reporters on Sunday.
I think that if I play on my mind with wanting to change a narrative that was placed on me about prior performances, that's going to weaken my strengths going forward and always try to weigh me back. I've always been the guy that always just move forward. Things happen in the past that go my way, that don't go my way. That's just part of playing basketball, being at the professional level. Just be my best going forward.
Well, there was nothing soft about what we saw on Sunday. The word he used was sensational. Jarrett Allen really leading the way. But everybody did contribute to that, and that's a good thing for the Cavs. And there's really no time to really celebrate that game, because here we are into round 2, which starts tonight in Detroit. After today's shoot-around, Donovan Mitchell was asked about the Cavs and Pistons being so familiar with each other.
You always have to have the appropriate fear of your opponent. Understand that just because you know somebody doesn't mean you know somebody, right? I understand that, we're a different team, they're a different team. Just because there's familiar faces on both sides, things change. Like, you know what I mean? And understanding that, hey, and that goes both ways, right? I think I assume they feel the same way. So for us, just good with doubling down on what we do, stick to our game plan, our principles. Understand that this is going to be a tough series, and we're ready to go.
And Dennis Schroeder had this analysis of Detroit.
Kay Cunningham, head of the Snake, one of the best players to play right now. So it's going to be a tough task on all of us to go out there and compete. They got great pieces around him as well, so we have to make sure that we stay locked in and play for 48 minutes.
So that's the key. Let's go to Detroit now to check in with Tim Alcorn. He and Jim Jones getting ready to bring you all of the action. And, boy, Tim, I wish we could kind of celebrate that Game 7 win a little bit longer, but you really can't. It's a new series tonight, isn't it?
Mike, I think that's a good news, bad news scenario. Bad news is, you get one day, and that was yesterday, and Cavs flew here. But the good news is the good feeling of Game 7, perhaps the momentum of that, carries right into tonight. Let's just keep playing basketball.
And I think Kenny Atkinson made a point after the game that about going through that 7 games that the Cavs had to dig a little deeper, maybe even a little deeper than they thought they could, especially as I see Jarrett Allen. We've never seen Jarrett have a game like that.
And that could also be a blessing in disguise. If you think back to last year and the rout of Miami in the first round, Cavs were never tested in that series. Well, they got tested against Toronto and had to put together that great second part of the second quarter and then the second half against the Raptors to win that series. But they were tested. They survived it. Perhaps now you kind of take that sigh of relief and another deep breath and you move on to Detroit.
All right, let's talk about Detroit. Tim, you've been there a little over 24 hours. What's kind of the vibe for the Pistons?
This is a confident basketball team. Obviously, they survived a first-round scare. They were down 3-1 in that series, and they were down by 20-plus points in Game 6, in which they could have been eliminated. So, again, a sense of relief. They got through it, and a very confident team as they take on the Cavaliers starting tonight.
And this is a team, we talked, Kay Cunningham is their lead guy, no question. Jalen Duren, an all-star center. But they've got a tough supporting cast as well, don't they?
Tobias Harris came up huge for Detroit in their series against the Magic. He had a couple of big games. And listen, Jalen Duren in the middle, he's an all-star guy. 19.5 points, 10.5 rebounds during the regular season. He's a real force on the inside. That will be a tough battle for Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley in that low block.
And I guess it'll be interesting, too. The Cavs had problems with turnovers. We know in the last series, you got to expect Detroit to come at them again. They got to take care of the ball, don't they, as I talk about the Cavs?
Well, they have one of the league leaders in deflections and steals, and Asar Thompson. He is an elite defender. So, number one, you have to be aware of him when you've got the ball offensively because he will pick your pocket. But listen, we saw JB do this in Cleveland, that swarming, harassing, physical type of defense. He's brought that here to Detroit, and you've got to play through it. They're not going to blow a whistle on every single possession. So Detroit's going to try to manhandle you a little bit, and you've got to fight through that.
Well, we'll see how the Cavs do. It's Game 1. Yeah, the storylines are there. The coaching, JB in Detroit, Kenny here. Let's get this thing started, Tim. Look forward to your call with Jim coming up shortly.
Hey, let's get it going here in Detroit. Should be fun.
Thank you, Tim Alcorn in Detroit. Cavaliers, Pistons getting closer to Game 1 of this conference semifinal series. We'll hear from Kenny Atkinson next on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Cheer on the Cavaliers and help a great cause. Show your support for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Harvest for Hunger program, and you'll be entered to win a pair of playoff tickets. All fans who make a minimum $25 donation to the Cavs Food Drive will automatically be entered to win a pair of tickets to a 2026 second-round Cavs home game at Rocket Arena. Donate now at greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/Cavs Food Drive. That's greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/Cavs Food Drive.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Somber
presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Cleveland. Rocket Arena, Friday, November 13th, with special guests Dove Cameron and Hannah Jadavu. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
5 Seconds of Summer are back. See them live in concert in Cleveland. 5 Seconds of Summer, Everyone's a Star World Tour, playing songs off their new album, including Not Okay, live at Rocket Arena June 9th, plus special guest. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. 5 Seconds of Summer, the brand new album, Everyone's a Star, is available everywhere now. For more, visit 5sauce.com.
Cavaliers and Pistons getting closer to Game 1. Time to hear from head coach Kenny Atkinson. Brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, your pregame one-stop shop that saves you the runaround. Coach met with the media just a little bit ago, in fact, and he was asked about Cade Cunningham.
You know, he's a leader. He's a guy that has the ball in his hands a lot. But listen, this team didn't win 60 games, just because of him. So they have really good players surrounding him, really good bench. That's hurt us in the past. So, yes, definitely there'll be a concentration on him. But, Tobias is playing great. Duran, obviously, has given us a lot of problems during the regular season with his rebounding force to the rim. So, a great team challenge for us.
What is the greatest challenge of going against their defense?
You got to take care of the ball. We all know. Create a lot of live ball turnovers, which is... the trend in this league to get offenses started. And, we have to find ways to combat that, limit our live ball turnovers.
You have a lot of players that know J.B. Bickerstaff and the coaching staff for the Pistons really, really well. How much are you leaning on the guys that you have to kind of scout that?
I think it helps a little. I definitely think. I think some knowledge there on especially the defensive schemes and where they're going to be when we run certain stuff. So I think that helps a little bit for sure.
I mean, you've been telling us about how active your shoot-arounds are, or your practice sessions where the guys really speak up. So following up with Chris's question, are they speaking up in your film session on the Pistons? Is it Donovan? Is it Sam? Is it these guys that know him?
For sure, but I don't know. Not any more than normal. Like I said, we're an interactive group. We ask a lot of questions. First thing I asked in the film room last night, what do you guys think about the Pistons? Instead of, traditional is me standing up there and assistant saying we're doing this, this, and this. What do you think? What do you get? These guys know players and schemes as well, if not better than us. So we lean on that, and then we present. And usually the great thing with this team, we're usually on the same page. They'll go first and oh my gosh, we said pretty much the same thing, but sometimes there's stuff that seeps in there that they add or see that we didn't see.
How do you view coaching head-to-head against JB, the guy who used to have the job you have now?
Oh man, I mean, it's what a year he had, what a year the team had. I mean, coach of the year, heck of a coach. I mean, you relish these challenges, whether it's Steve Kerr, Rick Carlisle, J.B. Bickerstaff, these guys are the elite in their business. So, of course, just like the players, it's a challenge, so excited, respect the heck out of them, respect what they've done this year.
Cavaliers head coach Kenny Atkinson as the Cavaliers and Pistons get ready for Game 1. You're locked into the Huntington Tip-Off Show. Around the NBA, we will go next on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No, that's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your community is more important than ever. And with immunizations at Discount Drug Mart, they're as quick and easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, fill out a short, simple form. You can even do it online. Step 2, stop in and see your friendly pharmacist at your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy for flu, shingles, and many other vaccines. You can be in and out quickly and safely. Step 3, you're out the door and heading back home. Simple as that. Discount Drug Mart is your immunization destination.
We're about 20 minutes away from Game 1 in Detroit, Cavaliers and Pistons. So much talk about the fact that J.B. Bickerstaff is the coach in Detroit. Of course, he was the head coach here for 4 years. And, of course, Kenny Atkinson replacing him here with the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell was asked today for his thoughts about J.B.
We got a lot of respect for each other. Just got a contract extension, well deserved, but it doesn't add anything. You know, that we had our time here in Cleveland. He's done amazing things here. We're trying to continue amazing things here, so it doesn't add anything. But they both got the utmost respect for each other.
Yeah, Donovan mentioning some news of the day. JB did receive a contract extension with the Pistons. As we go around the NBA later tonight, the Lakers without Luka. They are at Oklahoma City for Game 1 of that series. Last night, a couple of Game 1s. The Knicks blow out the Sixers 137-98. And Minnesota surprised the Spurs in San Antonio. The T-Wolves winning by a score of 104-102. Well, we mentioned J.B. Bickerstaff. He looks at his team that came back from a 3-1 deficit, and then at one point down 24 points in Game 6 at Orlando. They came back to win that series and reach tonight's next round. Here's what he said about his team.
I think it was great for us. That's the thing is, like, when you're going through playoff series in these situations, like, you have to be battle tested. And you have to, be able to respond. And you have to have the experience of having to do that. To do what we did this series only made us better for the next one.
Well, both teams certainly battle-tested to get to this point, coming off of 7-game series to arrive here tonight in Detroit for Game 1. This is the Huntington Tip-Off Show. We're getting closer to that opening tip. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tiger! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-use items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Rod Stewart. A night of hit after hit after hit. August 11th, Rocket Arena. Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marx. Tickets on sale now at rocketarena.com. Don't miss an electrifying night with the icon, Rod Stewart. One last time.
Cavaliers and Pistons are on the floor getting ready for Game 1 in Detroit. Game 2 will be there as well. That'll be Thursday night, and that is a 7 o'clock tip again. And then it will shift to Rocket Arena Saturday afternoon at 3 for Game 3. And next Monday night in Game 4, that will be an 8 o'clock tip. Well, we look at tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go to Dennis Schroeder for what he sees as the keys for the Cavs.
I think the energy and the urgency got to be there, and the compete level, the willingness to do it together as a team, all those factors, play a role. So we have to, of course, bring our experience for the young guys, but at the same time, we got to know that every possession matters, and we want to go out there and get the first dub.
Well, he's so right about every possession matters. The Cavs just got to take better care of the basketball in this series against Detroit, against a terrific defense. Also, I'm going to keep an eye on the rebounding. Can't allow Detroit to get a ton of second-chance points. That's something that they thrive on, so the Cavaliers got to hit the boards against Detroit tonight. Well, that does it for tonight's Huntington Tip-Off Show. Now, I'll be back at the half for the McDonald's Halftime Report. Brad Sellers will join me. We'll dig into all the details of the Cavs and Pistons and check out the other NBA news of the day. And then following the game, it's the Cavaliers post-game show. We'll hear from Coach Kenny, Donovan, and company. Plus, you can always text us and do it throughout the game. You can text 216-440-9566. Cavaliers and Pistons, they're about set for Game 1 of this conference semifinal playoff series. All of the action is straight ahead on the Medical Mutual Cleveland Cavaliers Audioverse.
Let's get it.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No? That's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
Join the action on the court in Cleveland with Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app to bet the Cavs game or all the game day excitement across the league. Plus, every bet earns with Caesars Rewards, so you can score big at more than 50 destinations. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-589-9966. Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your community is more important than ever. And with immunizations at Discount Drug Mart, they're as quick and easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, fill out a short, simple form. You can even do it online. Step 2, stop in and see your friendly pharmacist at your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy for flu, shingles, and many other vaccines. You can be in and out quickly and safely. Step 3, you're out the door and heading back home. Simple as that. Discount Drug Mart is your immunization destination.
The Huntington Tip-Off Show was presented by Huntington. Let's get more from today. not just tomorrow. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's get more from money. Get started at huntington.com. Up next, it's Cavaliers basketball. Brought to you locally by Time now for Cleveland Cavaliers basketball. Here to bring you all the action are Tim Alcorn and Jim Jones.
From Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cavaliers playoff basketball all along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers audioverse. Tonight, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons here in Detroit. These two teams both advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinals with 7-game wins in their first-round matchups. Detroit outlasting Orlando 4-3, rallying from a 3-1 deficit. And, of course, for the Cavaliers, winning their first-round matchup against Toronto in 7 games, with each team winning every game on their home floor. And the Cavaliers held home court advantage in Game 7 to advance to tonight's Game 1 against the Pistons here in Detroit. This has the makeup of just an outstanding series. Detroit, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, finished the regular season at 60-22. Cavaliers, the number 4 seed in the East, as they closed out the regular season at 52-30. Great to have you with us on this Tuesday night, and great to be joined here in Detroit by my great friend and broadcast partner, Cavalier legend. In fact, he's a Wall of Honor inductee in Jim Jones. And Jim, the Cavs survived that first-round series against Toronto, had that huge surge in the second half of Game 7 to propel them into tonight's first game against Detroit. How much can you feed off that first-round series? But on the flip side, how much do you say it's in the rear-view mirror and we seem to look forward?
Well, it's momentum. And both teams have that same momentum. They won a 7th game, and that's huge in our league. The other thing, Tim, is that these two teams both have outstanding front lines. You know, with Big Stewart and Durant on one side, and then we've got our bigs, of course, our typical bigs on the other side. But I think you can read a lot into it. But as soon as that ball bounces, everything is new. You don't know what they're going to do. They don't know what you're going to do. I remember you said that after the first game of the first round, that was a feel-good game. Well, this is really a feel-good game. These games are really going to be treacherous. They're going to be physical. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be grinding. A little mistake, a turnover here or there can make a difference. This is a tough, feel-good game, but that's basically what it is. They're just trying to see where each other is at physically, fatigue-wise. 7-game series are a drag.
And both teams had to go to 7 games.
Yes.
And each team won their respective 7th game on Sunday. So here we are, 48 hours later, playing Game 1. Do you see that being a factor either way?
Yeah, I think it is a factor. I think fatigue is huge. I also think it's going to take a while for you to refocus on this opponent rather than the last one that you went through with 7 games. And that's a psychological adjustment they have to make. As far as tactical things, they're going to be physical. We need to be physical. Why? Because the officials don't want to slow the game down. They don't want to have stars sitting on the bench with 3 or 4 fouls. There'll be less big fouls called. So you can be more physical than you've ever been, Cavaliers. This is where you lay it all on the line.
Well, I want to follow up on the physicality.
Sure. This is maturity right here.
You guys had was really a Game 7, even though it was Game 5.
Game 5, exactly. So it kind of had the semblance, but here's the thing. This Cleveland team is a little bit better than the Orlando Magic. But I tell you right now, I got total confidence in the Pistons.
Cleveland, finished 4th overall in the East. They won 52 games, but they were 8 games behind the Pistons, who won 60. They made a late season addition that I feel made them considerably better, and why wouldn't it? A first ballot Hall of Famer whose name is James Harden. He was a 2018 MVP, led the NBA in scoring in 18, 19, and 20. 8-time All-Star, and just an amazing all-around player. And you put him in the backcourt with Donovan Mitchell, you got your hands full.
Yeah, you got a lot of hands full, but you know what? It's the complementary players that work around them that you have to really worry about. You know what they're going to get and what they're going to do, but the fact of the matter is I want to see how the Pistons match up in the first at the jump ball.
And how about Cade Cunningham? 227 total points across the playoffs. Nobody did better so far in the NBA's postseason. And it's the 5th most points in the first round of the playoffs in NBA history. You have yourself a legitimate superstar and a great, great player leading the Pistons in this one. So it's the Pistons, coached by J.B. Bickerstaff, with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. The guy who took over in Cleveland is Kenny Atkinson. He's done well, but J.B. has been great in Detroit. This is the Pistons Playoff Radio Network, presented by Ticketmaster.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons. The Detroit Pistons lead the Eastern Conference and sit firmly among the NBA's top teams. Secure your 2026-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster and lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in now. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
Game 1, round 2, about to get underway. Momentarily, folks, let's check the injury report presented by Henry Ford Health. Henry Ford Health, all for you. So if you look down the list of the Cleveland Cavaliers, injured, nobody. For the Pistons, only one on the shelf. It's Kevin Huerter with that left abductor strain. Otherwise, these teams are locked and loaded and ready to go. We'll bring you the starting lineups, Rick Mahorn's keys to victory, and the opening tip in just a moment here on the Pistons Playoff Radio Network for Ticketmaster.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit from a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today?
We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Welcome back to downtown Detroit. And welcome to the NBA playoffs. Round 2, game 1 in just a moment between the Pistons and the guys from a little bit south of here, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pistons first in the East, the Cavs were fourth. And before we run down the starting lineups, I'm going to give Rick Mahorn plenty of time for his keys to the game, presented by StockX. Number one, glad you're feeling better, Rick. Great to have you here.
Hey, it's great to be here, George. I feel the excitement. I feel the energy. I'm ready to play.
I'll tell you, it's hard not to be pumped. The playoffs are special. The regular season's great, but the playoffs are extra special.
And you want to know something? This is what you work for. You work to make the playoffs, but you also work to have the best record, which the Pistons have, so they have home court advantage.
Yes, they do. 2 here, 2 in Cleveland, then 1-1-1 for the final 3. If they need the final 3. We got Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace sitting in front of us. And we've got Cade Cunningham's family over to the right. We've got every seat accounted for here at Little Caesars Arena. What do the Pistons have to do to win?
Well, right now they have to really take care of the basketball, the thing, but make Cleveland uncomfortable. You can't get comfortable. If the Pistons are comfortable, then you're in a world of trouble. You have to be ready to play from first tick of the clock. Also, rebound the basketball. This is a long team as well. Got to get the ball inside and punish them, because you get Jarrett Allen out, you can go to the basket as much as you can. So Pistons just got to play with the right smarts and not turn the ball over.
All right, here are the starters for the guys from Cleveland. Dean Wade, complimentary player and a defender. Dean Wade at one of the forward spots. Evan Mobley, a 7-footer, weighs 215 in his 5th year from USC. An all-star in 25. At one of those spots up front. And in the middle is Jarrett Allen off a great game in Game 7. His 11th postseason double-double, 22 points, 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals.
He had a heck of a game, I could tell you that much. I was watching that. Unfortunately, I had a little, some trouble, but I was watching both games while I was getting taken care of. But I tell you, he had to have a hell of a game against the Toronto Raptors, because they were giving him what they needed.
Yeah, Toronto had a 10-point lead early in that one before Cleveland finally won their Game 7. In the backcourt, 2 guys who present different problems. They both average over 20. One's a better creator, but they're both hard to guard. Donovan Mitchell, 6'3" and 215, now in year 9 from Louisville. And the great James Harden, 6'5", 220, in his 17th out of Arizona State. What you can put down next to James Harden's name is first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you could put that there, but it's also, he's trying to get a ring, and he's been around for a long time. So you got to make sure this opportunity doesn't come to him, especially starting to protect home. This is what the Pistons got to do, protect home, and that's what you got to do.
Pistons with, of course, Tobias Harris, who was sensational in round 1, and Asar Thompson at the forward spots, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Duncan Robinson, the doctor of the long gun.
Dr. Duncan. When you said that, I almost lost it, but you want to know something? I like it.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds good.
James Capers, Ben Taylor, and J.B. DeRosa have the whistles. Cleveland dressed in black, trimmed in gold, and maroon wins the opening tip. Wade has it on the right sideline. Leaves it on the wing for Harden. Top side to Allen against J.D. Lean screen. And they find Wade open in the left corner. Back to Mobley on the left wing. Drives. Gets the shot airborne. Won't fall. But flushed on the follow by Mobley.
I said rebound is going to be very important. Can't let him get second chance opportunities.
Cade to forecourt. J.D. screens, top of the key. Jalen gets it. Left wing to Cade. Now the shot clock's at 6. Gets to the paint, fires. It's a hair long and comes outside to Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh.
Poked away by Cade.
Come on, what did
they call a foul?
No, they called it out of bounds on the Pistons, and it went off of Mitchell.
We might get another look at that. We might not. Here's James Harden to the foul line. Harden against Cade. Pass goes inside. And Duncan Robinson's called for a foul.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to call these plays like this. I mean, when I look at DeRosa and I'm saying, okay, how can you call those plays and it's going to be a bunch of grabbing and holding?
That's J.B. DeRosa, one of the officials we're talking about. Wade has it at foul line. Deep on the right to James Harden. Shot clock's at 3. Harden launches from distance, off the rim. Rebound to Mobley, though. And he has it slapped away and out of bounds by Tobias.
How to rebound the ball. It's going to be long shots and rebounds.
You've heard Rick's keys to the game, including that, presented by StockX. Harden inbounds, left sideline, and Donovan Mitchell triples. So it's now 5-0 Cavaliers. Duncan Robinson up the left side, top side to J.D. Jalen Duren to Tobias on the left wing. Tobias gets to the baseline. Nice pump fake on the shot. He is hit on the shot. He missed that, but he drew a foul, and it's on Harden.
The thing is, if he wouldn't have called that foul, I'd have been like, it's a little suspect.
Tobias Harris will step to the stripe, had a 30-point Game 7 against Orlando.
You know, I was just jumping in the air when I'm like, okay, Tobias has had a great series in that first round, and for him to get those 30 points, the Pistons really needed that.
Yeah, they did. He had a great series and then put some frosting on the cake.
Yes, he did. He did top it off a little bit.
First free throw's up and in for Tobias. Here's the second. Yes, he hits it. 5-2 Cleveland. The Cavaliers, the forecourt, they're working the hoop to our right in front of the Piston bench. James Harden. Left wing for Jarrett Allen. Knocked away. It looked like it was off Allen by J.D., but they say it was off Jalen Duren. Shot clock's at 15. Harden will trigger from the left sideline. Top side bounce to Jarrett Allen. Off that monster Game 7 against Toronto. Allen backs in, left-hand hook. Dances, won't drop.
Offensive
Harden
rebound.
with a rebound. Cleveland's all over the offensive glass so far. Harden with a drive. Gets it up off the high glass. It won't drop. Rebound. Out of bounds. They say it's off Asar.
And Asar was like he wants to get a replay. He might.
James Harden will inbound from the right baseline. Way outside for Jarrett Allen. Hands to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell with a lob. Out of bounds.
Good defense.
Mitchell's had the big guys surrounded.
Didn't give him a chance to elevate to get at that offense, that lob.
Asar Thompson will bring it to a forecourt, right-handing, left side. Top side to Cade against Wade. Screen from J.D. Here's the long gun from the top, and it drops. And we're dead even at 5. Donovan Mitchell to forecourt for the Cavaliers. Right-handing, right side, brings it topside against Cade. Mitchell to the foul line, flips up the gun. It goes. Mitchell with a little 14-footer. 7 of 5 Cleveland. Ausar up the right side. Ausar to the foul line. Ausar to the left baseline. Fires no. Rebound grabbed by Mobley, but we got a whistle. And a Jarrett Allen foul.
You know, I like the way you get it. You get to attack, but Ausar's got to make these free throws. Yeah, baby.
Ausar gets the first one. You heard Rick say, yeah, baby. He hit it. Allen and Harden have fouls for the Cavs. Ausar got one of the two. Rebound, James Harden. 7 of 6 Cleveland. Here come the Cavaliers. Harden forecourt, wing on the right. Nice bounce inside for Jarrett Allen. Flips it up. No. Rebound tapped out by Duncan Robinson to Ausar Thompson.
Good hold up. Way to let the offense settle.
Our top side to Duncan. Duncan down the lane. Scoop. No. Comes away to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell fighting his way to the basket. Misses on the other end. JD with a rebound. Jalen Duren to Cade Cunningham. 8.5 to play in the first. Cade left wing. Cross courts to Duncan Robinson. Here's the three ball. It's through. He rattled it home from behind the long line.
Dr. Robinson.
Donovan Mitchell will try one of his own on the other end, and that's short to Ausar. Pistons up 9-7. Here they come. Bounce to Cade from Ausar. Cade left-hand scoop inside. No. Rebound Donovan Mitchell. Forecourt to Harden. James Harden on the right wing. Crossover drive. Left corner dish to Mitchell. Mitchell fires. It's in and out.
Rebound.
Off the floor to JD. Jalen Duren with a rebound. Ahead to Duncan Robinson. Jalen has it on top. Puts it on the deck against Allen. Tried to get inside. Mobley blocked a shot try. And Tobias got it back. Went to the rim. And this time the Cavs are called for a foul.
And if that's on Allen, that's his second.
That's his second. I believe it is on Allen.
It is. I like the way the Pistons are attacking. I like the force that they're running, especially on the offensive end.
Tobias at the free throw line. Off a great first round series, Tobias rattles the first free throw home.
Got to continue to push that ball with force.
7:36 to play first quarter. Pistons 10, Cleveland 7. Tobias eyes the rim at the line of the left. Sends the second, scores it. Perfect free throw. First one rattled a little. That one was dead, solid, perfect. He's 4 for 4 from the stripe. It's 11-7, Pistons by 4. Mobley up to the foul line. Mobley backs up against Tobias. Mobley on the left wing to Donovan Mitchell down the lane with the drive and flips up a gun on the run. It goes.
You know, that's the same shot he attacks. It's an odd-looking shot, but it's very comfortable to him.
It's a high dribble, then he whirls it around like a windmill almost. Cade forecourt to the foul line. Cade turns, fires, and fills it up.
Man.
Automatic. Cade Cunningham, 13-9 Pistons.
Oh, man, George, he is so special.
Dean Wade with the basketball for Cleveland. Down deep to Harden. And the pass to Jarrett Allen, batted away. Duncan Robinson has it. Duncan with a lob.
Yeah!
Flipping it up, and in is Tobias. And Cleveland's going to take a timeout. The Pistons are rolling. Kenny Atkinson takes time. It's the Pistons 15, the Cleveland Cavaliers 9. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network, brought to you by Ticketmaster.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too, by listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Together, let's drive.
That commercial break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. And our ball game brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law. Injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. So far, Pistons shooting 4 for 8. The Cavaliers 4 for 12. And the Pistons lead them 15-9. 6:41 to play here in the first. I know you like the effort and the physicality out of the gate.
I like it, but one thing that I can really stress, don't let them get second chance opportunities. They already have 3 offensive rebounds, and they scored the points. But the Pistons, what I love about it, they haven't turned the ball over, George. They have a big goose egg, which I really love.
And they were very good with the basketball in Game 7 of round 1, the one they had to win against the Magic. They only gave up 15 points off turnovers. And most of them were late when the game was somewhat out of reach.
They got to keep that force that they're doing right now, even though when I look at the stat sheet, JD only had 1 attempt, but it was like, okay, but the way that Cade Cunningham is delivering the ball, making sure people are moving, keep the movement, keep the Cavaliers on their heels.
The Pistons put Danis Jenkins into the backcourt.
And they got Cleveland brought in Merle. Cade's out right now, taking a breather. And Merle's out, but they got Merle in. Got to make sure you beat.
Yeah, Sam Merrill can shoot.
And Strus as well.
Max Strus, also a shooter. He's in the game. The ball went inside to Jarrett Allen. Pass outside, out of bounds.
Second foul on Sarr Thompson.
Duncan Robinson.
I'm sorry. I'll leave that to you, George. My mistake. You got that great-looking guy next to you.
We've got Joe Abrams keeping the stats. He'll let us know. Here's Harden to the left baseline. Harden to the basket. Left hands it up and in off the window. Harden's first scratch. It's 15-11 Pistons. Danis Jenkins hit by Merrill, is working on top. Take it to the right wing. Danis cross courts to Duncan Robinson. Pump fake on Harden, can't shake him. Inside for JD. Shot is batted away by Wade for the whistle.
And that's 3 on Allen if that's on him as well.
That is a foul on Jarrett Allen. That is his 3rd.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Jalen Durns at the free throw line. Now, Allen, we may have told you this, but it bears repeating. He had 22 points and 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals in their Game 7 win that moved them on to this round when they beat Toronto. Jalen Durns' first free throw is up and in. 6:02 to play, first quarter.
Now Mobley comes in there. Now that's a tough matchup for JD.
Long and lean, 7 feet and 215. Jalen Duren, both free throws fall. 17-11 Pistons. Harden up the right side for the Cavaliers. Karis LeVert is checked in. Sean Harden. Left wing to Strus.
Great defense right now.
And they knock it away as the pass to Merrill doesn't get there. Instead, it gets to Danis, who takes it the length of the court and lays it in. This is with that defense that they're so proud of. 3 turnovers on the Cavs for 7 Piston points. Mobley deep to Merrill, left corner to Wade. 3 for the 3. It won't go through. Rebound, Karis LeVert. Karis up the left side, top side to Asar. To Danis. Danis to the lane. Stops and fires and fills it up.
Yes, baby.
Danis Jenkins gives the Pistons a 10-point lead with 5 to play in the first.
And keep it pouring on right now, the defense.
Harden up the left side. Harden top side to Wade. Dean Wade off to Merrill. Winning the right to Mobley. Open for a minute and he triples.
And that's where Mobley can hurt you. Opening up the court by getting to the three-point line.
It makes it 21-14. Pistons by 7. 4:40 left in the first. Pistons working the hoop now to our left in front of the Cavaliers bench. JD puts it on the deck, gets to the basket, misses. Asar had the rebound, lost it, tapped around and controlled by Max Strus. Strus up the right side, and he took an extra step at the timeline trying to decide what to do about a pass. He gathered it in and then took a step. J.B. DeRosa made the call.
Johnny on the spot.
Did it right in front of the referee. Cade's about to come back in for the Pistons.
Oh, I hear the crowd. Isaiah Stewart's in the game for JD.
Stu gets the Stu call from everybody here in downtown Detroit. Cavaliers trying to check the Pistons as Danis gets to the rim, and there is a bump and there is a foul. First on Strus.
And the way that Danis plays with his quickness and his power, it's like, okay, you're going to foul him. He's going to do some work, but it's a penalty. Stewart is shooting, though.
Foul away from the ball. Cleveland's in the penalty, so Stu's at the stripe, and he gets the first one.
And you know, George, they got to make sure that they continue to attack.
Tobias Harris comes out. Cade checks in. So Cade and Danis are in the backcourt. Stu hit 2 perfect free throws. Pistons 23, Cleveland 14. 4:15 to play in the first. One-time Piston Dennis Schroeder's in the game. Sends it top side of Donovan Mitchell. Three-point gun, in and out to Stu. Ahead to Danis. Danis to the foul line. Danis to the rim.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that.
Danis converts. It's 25-14 Pistons.
Foul on Danis as well. You know, he's been playing real aggressive, so he's got to keep that same tempo.
Trying to make a steal on the Cavs. He's called for the foul. Cleveland to forecourt. Mobley on top. Allen's on the bench with 3 fouls. Sideline right to Strus. Pass inside. Caught Donovan Mitchell with his foot out of bounds. 5 turnovers for Cleveland. How many for the Pistons? 0, says our numbers man, Joe Abramson. Asar Thompson up the left side. Top side is Stu against Mobley. Takes a handoff to Karis LeVert. Bounces it wing on the right to Cade. Now screens for Cade.
Bang,
Triple
bang.
try through.
Bang,
4-3.
Bang, bang, baby.
28-14 Pistons. Dennis Schroeder to the lane. His shot's in and out. That was halfway down. Pops out to Asar. Shovels to Karis LeVert to Asar left baseline. In front to Stu. Flips it up and in. Pistons 30. Cleveland 14. Donovan Mitchell up the left side for the Cavs. We've got to be a little bit shell-shocked right now. Mitchell against Cade. Top side to Mobley. Winging it right to Strus. Strus to the basket. Shot off the high glass. Won't go. Out of bounds to the Pistons.
Hey, George, this is defense I've probably haven't seen all season, but they're turning the ball over. The Pistons are doing their thing.
Are they ever? They base their play on defense. It's defense first every practice, every shoot around, and it's defense first in this one. They force another Cavaliers timeout. Pistons 30, Cleveland 14, 2:45 to play first quarter. Game 1, round 2 from downtown Detroit on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
See the future of basketball with the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Detroit Pistons. Enjoy high-energy action, family-friendly fun, giveaways, free parking, and mascot appearances at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Create a family tradition with the 2026-27 membership today at cruisebasketball.com/membership.
Welcome back to Rockin' Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. George Blaha with Rick Mahorn and the Pistons and the Cavaliers. Tim Jetski is our engineer here on site. Trying to dial those crowd noises to where we can all be heard. These fans are fired up. And the Pistons have played right to their max. And Ron Holland, who's been hustle man and didn't play except for a couple of minutes late in the Orlando series, is about to check in.
You know, I know something. Each series, and, I try to tell the young guys, keep your focus. You're not playing, but keep your focus. Be ready to play. But also, it's still a lot of time left in this game. We've seen it as a player as well. As, me being a player, teams come back. We came back from 22 against a team, the Orlando Magic, so Cleveland can get a run going and do it well. But you don't want them to get that.
Jalen Duren just shook hands with Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton and former Piston coach Dwayne Casey courtside. JD along with Cade, Karis LeVert, Danis Jenkins, and Ron Holland for the Pistons here. Late in the first, the Pistons lead Cleveland 30-14.
And the Pistons have yet to turn the ball over.
Cade up the left side, top side of Karis LeVert. Overplayed by Merrill. LeVert takes it right wing. Cross court to Cade. Three-point gun, a little bit long. Off the floor to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder, the former Piston, has it on the left sideline. Pass inside, picked off by Danis. He was trying to go to Mobley. Danis ahead to Karis. Double clutcher down the lane. No. Rebound, Mobley.
I wish he could have gave that one up because you had 3-on-2.
Mobley to forecourt. Top side to Merrill. They swing it around to Schroeder. Baseline drive left. Right corner feed to Strus. His triple tries in and out. Pistons the other way. Danis up the right side. Stop and go to the baseline. Wide right to Jalen Duren. Turns, fires, fills it up.
Okay, JD.
Jalen Duren makes it 32-14.
With that midi.
Cavaliers really don't know what hit him, I don't think.
Mobley
misses from the left sideline. Danis with a rebound. Danis deep on the right to Ron Holland. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Left wing to J.D. Inside for Cade. Half hook, no. It comes away to Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder up the right side. Top side to Merrill. Back to Schroeder on the wing against Danis. Schroeder starts his drive. Cut off on the left baseline. Nothing there. Gives to Merrill. Pass batted outside. Recovered by Mobley. Shot clock is at 3. Way outside for Strus, and he triples with the shot clock at 1.
Well, there was a 9-0 run. Strus with the foul in the backcourt. Cade's been crying to the referees for that.
Strus called for the foul, and Cade will step to the stripe.
You know, George, what I like to see the way the Pistons are getting to the free throw line. They'll be attempting 12 free throws to the Cavaliers 0.
Crowd serenades Cade with the MVP chant. First free throw is perfect. Pistons 33, Cleveland 17. Pistons 10 for 11 at the free throw line. .6 to play in the first. Pistons continue to smoke the Cavaliers. It's 34-17. 50 seconds left in the first. Dennis Schroeder up the left side against Danis. Stop and go on the dribble to the baseline of the basket. Shot blocked by J.D., but a whistle and a foul. Call a foul on Danis.
That's his second foul.
Cavaliers with their first trip to the stripe. Dennis Schroeder is there. First free throw for Schroeder is up and it's in. This is his 12th team in his 13 years in the league.
You know what I call that, George? I call that keeping the job. Keeping the job. Because Tobias Harris been on a few teams and you go, why is he here? I was like, okay, he was here before.
Schroeder makes twice, so they are now 2 for 2 at the line. The Pistons 11 for 12. It's 34-19. Pistons lead him. Cade to forecourt. Final minute, first quarter. Karis LeVert topside. Winging the right to Cade. Back to Karis. Left corner Javonte Green. Javonte misses a 3. Rebound tapped outside by Jalen Duren to Cade. Cade straight on gun from behind the foul line. Will not drop. Off the iron to Mobley. Now Schroeder. And now Donovan Mitchell with the ball. 15 seconds to play in the first. Mitchell topside against Ron Holland. Holland staying in front of him. Mitchell spins to the lane, forces. It's going to come off the rim and then roll around and down. He got a little help from the rack. He has 9. It's 34-21.
Oh, baby.
Javonte Green to forecourt left wing. Hits a long 3 as time runs out.
Whoa.
That's going to count, Ricky. That's going to count, buddy.
Yes, it is. And they call him the Woo.
His nickname is Woo because when he was younger, when he'd blow by somebody in the court, they'd say Woo. First quarter is almost officially over. Basket counts. It's a 3, and the Pistons lead after 1. 37-21. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit from a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today?
We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
Club Keno Tripler time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
That commercial break brought to you in part by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pistons scored, led by Cade's 10 points. Cavaliers were led by Donovan Mitchell, who scored 9. But the Pistons lead them by 16 after 1, 37-21, Rick.
I tell you, George, got to continue to keep this kind of energy because you know sooner or later Cleveland's going to make a run. But the Pistons, when you're getting these opportunities, they only come so often, so you got to make sure you take care of business.
16-7 first quarter close for the Pistons. Jalen Tyson has checked in for Cleveland. He can burn it up. He had 39 at Philadelphia back in November. 6'6" and 215 in his second year out of Cal. Pistons go inside to Cade on the first possession here of the second. Cade rises and fires from in front. It rims away. Rebound to Mobley. Forecourt to Donovan Mitchell. Jarrett Allen had to sit down with 3 early fouls. Mitchell on the right wing, crosses over the lane, fires and fills it on the run.
Where does he get that floater from? He's the only one scoring, but he's getting good looks.
He has 11. It's 37-23. Cade down the lane to the rim, fires from in front. It's off the heel. Assar tried to tap it in. It didn't drop. And a whistle on a foul on Assar.
This is first. You know, it's a lot of things where you get Javonte Green, who played for the Cavaliers. You get Karis LeVert, who played for the Cavaliers. And then you got Dennis Schroeder, who used to play for the Pistons last year. So a lot of comparisons.
For the Pistons down the stretch last year.
Yes, he was.
Karis LeVert's even from Ohio. Driving inside is Schroeder. Leaves it inside for Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant, veteran big man out of Indiana, is 6'10". He laid it in. They've got to play somebody else with Allen on the bench. And here's Assar from the right baseline, a reverse off the glass, and he scores it.
Don't show him everything.
39-25. Schroeder, baseline right. Schroeder to the basket. Shot won't fall. Rebound, Javonte Green to Tobias. Tobias left hands, right side. Tobias works the wing against Mobley. Gets to the elbow. Shoots the pass left corner. Javonte. Three-point gun on the way. It will not go.
Steal.
Rebound comes away to Tyson. Donovan Mitchell in forecourt. Mitchell on the left baseline. Surrounded. Deep on the right to Schroeder now against Assar. Schroeder with a jab step. Cross courts to Mitchell. Mitchell at the foul line. Can't go anywhere against Assar. And we're going to get a foul, though, called on Assar. That's his second.
You know, that's one of those superstar calls because Ausar is a very good defender. And Donovan Mitchell's a great actor.
Yeah. Well, you know one thing about Mitchell, he wants to score, and he'll find a way to score. If it means getting you in foul trouble or not. He'll inbound, does to Tyson on top. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell left wing. Mitchell against Stu. Fires over Stu for three, and it's through. He splashed that down. Got nothing but net. And the Pistons are going to take a timeout. A little change in the emotions here, and J.B. Bickerstaff, Johnny on the spot, will call time to try and smooth over these semi-troubled waters. It's still the Pistons in front, but they led after one, 37-21. Right now they lead 39-28. 9:34 to play in the first half. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network.
In this playoff basketball, you got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment. Just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at Rougiette.com/Pistons. That's RUGIET.com/Pistons.
The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Welcome back to downtown Detroit. Pistons 39, Cleveland 28. Pistons called a timeout after a critical call, really, on Ausar Thompson, his second. That critical call brought to you by Corewell Health, reminding you that together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Well, the Pistons knew it wouldn't be as easy as it looked out of the gate here, Ricky. It's a 7-2 score in the second quarter alone. And the Cavaliers, as you said, were going to make a run, and they did.
And this is, you know, the way the tempo of basketball goes. Each team tries to find a combination that's going to work, and the Pistons did a great job of taking care of the first quarter. Just win each period as you can. So the adjustments Atkinson made for Cleveland, putting in Schroeder, putting in basically a three-guard rotation.
Harden's back with Schroeder and Tyson and Thomas Bryant. And Donovan Mitchell. Not taking Mitchell out.
You know, when you're Allen with 3 fouls, you got to try to play somebody.
Pistons inbound to Ausar. 7-2 Cleveland so far in the second. Pistons trying to change the direction of the game. They still lead by 11. Cade inside to Ausar.
Oh, man.
Deep to Stu for a dunk. What a pass.
What a pass and what a finish.
Schroeder in a hurry to forecourt. Top side to James Harden. The Beard to the right wing against Cade. Beard topside, starts down the lane, lost the handle in traffic.
I'll tell you, good hand by Ausar Thompson.
Ausar right there to make it tough on him. Cade to forecourt against Jalen Tyson.
Stu.
Isaiah Stewart tried to set a screen, moved, they're going to say. Call made by Ben Taylor. And it's Cleveland's basketball. Pistons lead them 41-28. Duncan Robinson back in the game with Cade in the backcourt. Assar, Tobias, and Stu up front. Cavaliers inside to Bryant. Shot blocked by Tobias from the side.
If that's on Assar.
And there is a foul called. It's on Assar. And that hurts the Pistons as much, really, as Jarrett Allen's 3 fouls have hurt Cleveland.
They're going to challenge it.
It's that important that there's going to be a challenge on the foul call on Assar. Pistons take a timeout. They'll challenge the call. We have 8:44 to play in the first half. Pistons 41, Cleveland 28. Round 2, game 1 from downtown Detroit. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
Detroit has one challenge remaining for the game.
You may have heard the last of James Caper's announcement to the crowd. Rick Mahorn and I were discussing it earlier. I don't know if you heard that discussion, but we felt like the foul was going to be on Tobias. I thought at the time the foul was going to be on Tobias. It's been changed to Tobias, so only 2 fouls on Assar now.
One thing that, with the instant the challenges, you want to make sure it's correct. The Pistons keep their challenge.
8:44 to play first half.
And that gives Tobias his first foul, so that's good.
The Pistons lead 41-28. I have to think.
What's up?
That with his demeanor, hard for an official to get angry at Assar Thompson.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
With his demeanor, Assar doesn't create any hostility with the officials.
No, he doesn't.
Which is good.
Which is great. No demonstrative type of intention like I would do. I want to kill him after that. But, George, you got to make the correct call.
Yeah. Bryant's first free throw is up and it's in.
And since they inserted Bryant in there, Bryant didn't play that first, and didn't play too much in that first series against the Toronto Raptors, and now he's getting a little tick.
Well, he's got size and some skill. 6'10" and 248. Makes both the free throws in his 9th year out of Indiana. Thomas Bryant makes it 41-30. The Pistons with the lead in the ball. 8:35 to play in the half. Duncan Robinson topside. Deep right to Danis. Back to Duncan on the left wing.
Yep.
Long gun on the way, and it goes! The doctor of distance, Duncan Robinson, now with 6. 44-30 Pistons. James Harden winning the right to Strus. Max Strus can shoot it too. He does, and he drains it from downtown.
A little indecision between him and Duncan Robinson of switching.
Strus used to play for the Heat when Duncan Robinson did. Pistons wide left to Tobias. Turn and gun won't go. Rebound Isaiah Stewart. Right corner Duncan Robinson. Long gun no. Tobias with another rebound. Tobias starts down the lane. Left-hand gun on the run. Won't go. Rebound Cavaliers. Harden up the right side. Harden on top. Gets to the foul line. Some contact. Forces something, and they're going to get a foul called on Duncan Robinson, and that's his third.
A lot of things that you look at. Duncan Robinson trying to get a peep out of his eye to see if he can see where he fouled him. You can challenge it, but you don't want to waste it.
Cade's going to have to check back in.
And right now, like I said, you got to try to win each quarter. And this is the quarter the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. They get into the free throw line. Sometimes the referee looks at the fouls and say, or the free throw attempts, and they go like, Cleveland hasn't shot one? What the heck?
Right now, Cleveland has no fouls, and the Pistons 14 fouls in the quarter.
With 7 minutes left in this period.
Harden with a pair of free throws. 44-35 Pistons. The lead's down to 9. 7:16 to play in the half. Cade left wing. Top side to Danis Jenkins. Danis steps up, guns for 3. It's short. Off the front iron. Rebounded Jalen Tyson. Harden the forecourt, off to Tyson left wing. Tyson against Cade. Now Cade will take Harden deep on the left. Harden with a standing dribble. Screen from Bryant. Harden to the baseline. Back on the sideline to Strus. Long gun short. Rebound tapped by Stu to Cade. Asar Thompson up the left side. Asar gets to the basket and scores it.
Should have been a foul
Just made it happen. I think he was hit too. He has 5. Pistons are up 46-35. 6:29 to play in the half. James Harden up the left side. Harden crosses over on his drive. Two-time near the basket. Pistons knock it away. Out of bounds. It'll remain in the hands of the Cavaliers. Sue sits down. Jalen Duren checks back in. 6:20 to play in the first half. Pistons 46, Cleveland 35. Keon Ellis has come off the bench for Cleveland. Right corner miss from Bryant. Rebound, James Harden. They'll go back in the right corner for Ellis. Out of Bryant on the right wing. Top side to Harden. Shot clock at 4. Harden against Asar. Takes it to the right wing. Rises and fires off the high glass. No. And the shot clock ran out on him.
He's looking for a foul. I'll tell you, Asar Thompson did a great job of just keeping his hands up and not going for any of those fakes and the kicks that Harden always does.
So here come the Pistons with a 46-35 lead. Halfway through the second here in downtown Detroit. Game 1, round 2. Pistons and Cleveland Cavaliers. Cade slides to the foul line. Deep on the right to Tobias for a long gun. It won't go. Rebound JD. Good strong board work. Took it away from Thomas Bryant. Back on top to Asar. Wing in the right to Cade. Right corner Tobias. He'll fire and fill it. Didn't bother him that he missed the last one, did it?
No, it didn't. You don't want to be gunshot.
Tobias has 9. 49-35. The Pistons lead them. 5:22 to play in the half. James Harden to forecourt. Harden standing dribble. Back near the timeline now. In the middle. Starts to the right wing. Shot clock at 4, now 3. He'll stop and fire it short. An air ball. Ausar with a rebound. Ausar whips it down deep to J.D. Double teamed. Drew a foul on the shot try.
Man, the force that the Pistons are playing with since that first time out in that challenge, man, it's just been great ball movement.
Thomas Bryant called for the foul. Strus had grabbed J.D.'s jersey. Bryant manhandled him on the shot try. And Jalen Duren is at the line. First free throw kicks away, though. Now Cleveland will take a timeout. When we return, Jalen Duren will have one more free throw coming. We have 4:59 till halftime. It's the Pistons 49, the Cleveland Cavaliers 35. The first game of round 2 here in the NBA playoffs. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
A timeout break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. Pistons with the lead here, 49-35. 4:59 to play in the first half. Cavs took a timeout after the first of 2 free throws for Jalen Duren. He is back at the line. Perfect.
Sometimes you just need a little break. Pistons right now only down 1 in this period, 14-13.
Cavaliers trying to mount a charge. Harden up the left side. He went over and back trying to get around Cade at the timeline.
That's turnover number 10, baby.
Pistons have 2 turnovers. Cavaliers have 10. Pistons have the basketball. Just under 5 to play in the first half. They lead them 50-35.
15 points off of those 10 turnovers.
Cade on top. Works against Wade. Swinging the left to Danis. Danis Jenkins to the foul line. Can't find a shot. Top side of J.D. Shot clock at 7. Left wing to Danis. Clock at 4, now 3, now 2. Deep to Ausar. What a pass. And a slam for Ausar. 52-35. Pistons now have 17 points off 10 turnovers for the Cavaliers. Mobley on top for Cleveland. Wing on the right to Strus. Strus to the foul line. Sideline right to James Harden, and he triples.
You know, that's that perfect. Well, he's 2 for 6, but
deep shot.
2 for 6 from the floor, 1 for 3.
Pistons to Tobias, right of the lane. Foul by Strus. He bumped him hard.
Strus is trying to be physical to a bigger guy.
Strus is third.
Tobias Harris is just so cool and collected on that.
Strus 6'5" and 215. Tobias is 6'8" and 228.
Mouse in the house, baby. Mouse in the house.
There's a difference. And Tobias is at the line. First free throw kicks off the heel.
Right now,
Keon Ellis on for Strus for Cleveland.
Kenny Atkinson's going deep in his bench right now. Going all the way to Ellis. Knowing Tyson gets a little bit minutes, but trying to find a combination out there that can help him.
Tobias gets the second free throw to go. 53-38 Pistons.
Especially without Jarrett Allen out there.
3:50 to play in the half. Donovan Mitchell to forecourt. Donovan Mitchell topside. Donovan Mitchell left wing. Right corner to Ellis. He's a pretty good three-point shooter. Shows you there that he can. He knocked it down from the corner. 53-41. Pistons with a 12-point lead. Jalen Duren on top. Lost the handle. Ellis with a steal. Ellis to the basket. Blocked from the side by Asar. What a chase down block by Asar. Tobias in forecourt. Stops and fires from the lane. No. JD with a tap. No. Rebound to Mobley. 3:10 to play in the half. 53-41 Pistons. Harden up the left side. Harden lost the dribble on the way to the baseline. Out of bounds off the Pistons.
Good hit by Tobias Harris, able to hit that ball out of bounds. But sorry, Thompson, man.
Cavaliers to Mobley, deep right, and he triples.
That's where,
that
right,
shortens that lead to single digits.
And they're shooting 44% from three.
Pistons have it in the hands of Jalen Duren. Topside against Mobley. Hands to Cade. Cade deep right to Danish Jenkins.
Shot clock
against Ellis. Shot clock at 4. Danish down the lane. Lost it on the way to the basket. Off it comes to Harden. Forecourt to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell gets a screen from Mobley. Lost the ball. Cade with the swipe. Cade to the basket. Drew a foul.
Cade was 1 against 3. I thought he might have pulled it back to get some help, but it's the fact that he kept attacking.
Donovan Mitchell makes the bad pass. Give the Pistons a chance to take it away. The foul is on Mobley, just his first. Jarrett Allen got 3 early, hasn't played since. Cade's first free throw, in and out. Pistons lead by only 9. They have led by 18.
Well, it's going to be some misses, but these free throws become very important.
Sar Thompson comes out, 7.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a couple of blocks. Cade gets the second. He has 11. Pistons by 10, 54-44, 2:15 to play in the half. Cavaliers inside to Mobley. No shot there against JD. Deep left to Harden. Harden pass inside, swipe. Ron Holland on the other end of the basket. Up and in. Count that, baby, and a foul. Hustle man in the middle of it all. Hit the shot, drew a foul.
Man. Get the hustle man out there, George, and hasn't played in a while, but he's giving them the energy the Pistons need.
He's a part of this team. I'm sure he was disappointed he didn't play in the Orlando series, but he's ready to play now. Free throw off the front iron, no. 56-44 Pistons. Cavaliers with the ball, just under 2 to play in the half. Donovan Mitchell, left corner, left wing to Mobley. Misses on the long gun. Rebound Tobias to Cade. Cade against Wade, up the left side. Cade put it down and it skids away to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell to work against Holland. Mitchell to the baseline. 2 times, right corner to Wade. Wing in the right to Harden. Ball knocked away on a physical play by Ron Holland. He'll get his first foul. I think he got Harden in the nose.
Get out of this quarter, I tell you. Cleveland looks like, playing like the
different team in this quarter.
Making some threes and getting to the free throw line. Hasn't missed yet.
7 for 7 from the stripe. Pistons are 14 for 19. Harden doesn't miss many. Gets them both this time. He has 7 here in the second. Pistons lead by 10. 1:20 to play in the half. Danis Jenkins, right hands, right side, top side of J.D. Jalen Duren against Mobley, hands to Cade against Wade. Cade starts down the lane. Right corner pass intended for Tobias. Picked off. Cavaliers to Harden. Forecourt, deep left, short of the long gun. Rebound Tobias to Danis. Ahead to Cade. Cade's pass picked off by Keon Ellis to Harden. And Danis snuck up behind him and took the ball away. Goes back to the Cavaliers, though, and Mitchell has it left corner, misses a 3. Tobias with the rebound, 44 seconds to play in the half. Jalen Duren, topside, wing in the right to Cade. Cade launches a 3. Wade got a hand on it.
Wow.
That's a foul. Cade goes down.
Dean Wade with the foul.
Should be 3 free throws. Yeah, Cade was behind the long line when Wade fouled him on the shot try. First free throw rattled but went.
Free throws are so important right now. You have to, especially in this playoff, you got to make these free throws.
Cade got the first. 57-46. Nails the next, and they'll get one more. Karis LeVert for Danis Jenkins. Isaiah Stewart for Jalen Duren. And with 31.5 seconds to play in the half, Pistons have a 58-46 lead, and one more free throw for Cade coming.
Trying to give him some rest. It'll be a long series.
Third free throw is up, and it's in. 59-46. Pistons with the lead. Donovan Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Down to the final 20 seconds of the first half. Mitchell against Ron Holland. Holland poking in. Mitchell to the left wing. Mitchell trying to get to the baseline. Right corner to Harden. Top side now to Ellis. Ellis for 3. Off the rim. Pistons board it. Cade has it. To Tobias. Top side. Launches a 3. And it's off the heel. Pistons did get a shot airborne as time was running out in the first half. And they will take a 13-point lead to the locker room. What do you think, Horn? Enough effort in the first. Cavaliers were going to launch some sort of comeback, and they did. But at the half, it's the Pistons 59. Cleveland 46. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/team docs.
Together, let's drive.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Your Detroit Pistons are Central Division champions for the first time since 2008. Now be a part of the excitement as they make their run in the 2026 NBA playoffs and bring that all-dog energy back to Little Caesars Arena. Head to Ticketmaster.com/Pistons. Secure your spot right now. You already know, this is Detroit basketball. All dog.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
This is the Detroit Pistons halftime show on the Pistons Radio Network. Here's Mark Champion and Chris Villar.
Welcome into the halftime show presented by Belfort Property Restoration. Game one again, this time in the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's the Pistons versus Cavaliers here in Detroit to begin the series. And after 24 minutes, the Pistons led by as many as 18 points, and they've had control in most of this one. They're up 59-46. Cade leading the way with 14. Chris Villar with you alongside Mark Champion, who's live from Little Caesars Arena, and he has what you need to know about the first half. Mark.
Well, Chris, I think a couple of things stand out. Number one, the Cavaliers have been forced into 12 turnovers, giving up 20 Piston points. That is a bunch. That's the first half only. And the Pistons have made 9 more free throws. They're 17 of 22. The Cavaliers have hit all 8, but they're simply not getting to the line. So those two stats really stick out in this game. Cavaliers have been held under 40% shooting in the first half at 38.5. You mentioned Cade Cunningham. Tobias Harris, another good night. 10 points so far with 6 rebounds. Neither Cade nor Tobias shooting particularly well. Cade 3 for 10 and Tobias Harris 2 for 7. Cavaliers in the opening half, Donovan Mitchell has 14, but 9 of them came in the first period. So he was held in check in the second. James Harden got hot, picked up 9 points for the half, along with 3 assists. But those turnovers by the Cavaliers really hurting them. Mitchell and Harden each have 3 in the game. There was a point in this game where the Pistons got down, of course, to start at 5-0. And then outscored the Cavaliers 35-16 to kind of get control of this game, if there is such a thing in the NBA. And then Cade Cunningham went out, just a rest. And when he came back in at the 4:17 mark of the opening period, the Pistons gained 7 points. 5 different players scored for Detroit, and they led after 137-21. So, Chris, you got to love what we are seeing again from that Piston defense, forcing 12 turnovers for 20 points.
You know, Mark, we wondered how this matchup would go. The first time this iteration of Cleveland and these Pistons have been together and healthy, so we're getting our first taste of it. Is there anything in particular that caught your attention at first glance? You had mentioned Ron Holland earlier.
Yeah, I did. I kind of had a feeling it was based on nothing, but he did get in there, and I think that's based on the fact that you have Mitchell and Harden. So you've got to find some defenders. It was a little different with Orlando because Holland was not going to match up with Banchero. It's a little different in this game, in this series. So Holland played a little over 5 minutes. LeVert played about 6.5 minutes, and I think that's what you're going to see in the rotation in this conference semifinal. By the way, one injury note, Sam Merrill injured with a hamstring for the Cavaliers, so that's going to hurt him. He's an excellent three-point shooter.
So what have you seen from the Cavaliers? What does their strategy appear to be right now? I know it seemed like Donovan Mitchell versus the Pistons there for, like you said, the first quarter. Then things kind of switched over to James Harden. I haven't seen them go to their bigs as much, utilizing Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley.
The problem is Jarrett Allen has been on the bench. He only played 6 minutes.
Right.
And picked up the 3 personal fouls. He has no points, no rebounds, no nothing. So that's what has affected him. Evan Mobley just hasn't had that many touches. He's 3 out of 6, does have 8.7 boards. I would think they would try to get him going in the second half. But again, I think it's this Piston defense.
Yeah.
Mitchell's going to get his. He plays well against Detroit. Harden is just 2 for 7, so you'll live with that.
I noticed a lot of wide open threes that Cleveland is missing too, and if they don't hit those, they've got some big problems because, like you said, the Pistons have been swarming them. So I don't know if it's a mental thing or it's just, in the NBA there are ebbs and flows, but so many times they had looks.
Yes, they did. They put up 22 threes, hit only 8 of them. Pistons were 6 of 13, so that's a good number. Duncan Robinson got his 2. Cade picked up a couple, and so that's a major factor. What we will see here in this third period is, will we start to see the Cavaliers get to the free throw line? This NBA game has a way of evening up. Personal fouls in the game, though, are pretty even. 11 on Cleveland, 10 on Detroit, but the Pistons have just managed to get to the free throw line 14 more times.
Mark, put on your Rick Mahorn hat. You got any big keys to the game that you want to see here for the second half?
Well, no turnovers. I mean, they only had 6 in the opening half. You can live with that. So that continues. And the other one is to keep the Cavaliers off the free throw line. You got guys who get there. Harden certainly. And so far in the game, he is 4 for 4, but you can live with that. So I think those two. And again, you got to, as you mentioned, got to tighten up on that three-point line a little bit, run them off the line.
All right, Mark, let's hope for more in the second half. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay.
All right, coming up, we'll take a look at the other score happening tonight in the NBA playoffs and go around the association. That's next as you're listening to the Halftime Show presented by Belfour.
Club Keno Tripler time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
Welcome back to the Halftime Show presented by Belfour Property Restoration. Pistons taking advantage of some sloppy play by Cleveland early. A lot of turnovers by the Cavs at LCA during Game 1 of the series. The defense has been on point. At the moment, it's 59-46 Pistons in control so far, but a lot of game to go. And with that, let's take a look around the association. Only one other game tonight, and it's always going to be an interesting one when the Oklahoma City Thunder are in action. They're at home at the Paycom Center. The number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed, the LA LA Lakers, and never has it felt like there's been a gap so wide between a 1 and a 4. OKC is very, very, very good, and it's hard to imagine the Lakers taking 4 games in the series, but that's why they play the games. Game 1 is going to tip off here in about 10-15 minutes or so. Also, ESPN loves to do these things where they ask anonymous executives and coaches from around the league for their unfiltered opinions on the league, and they did so for the playoffs, and here's what they focused on when asked about the Pistons. It was related to J.B. Bickerstaff facing his former team, the Cavaliers, here in the East semis. Quote, "The best way to get back at someone who fires you is to beat them in the playoffs." That, according to a veteran head coach. You don't even have to say anything. It just speaks volumes on its own. So there you go. That's what they're thinking about. Meanwhile, back at Little Caesars Arena, Game 1 East semis. It's the Pistons 59, the Cavaliers 46, a 14-point game. Coming up, we get ready for the second half as you're listening to the Halftime Show presented by Belfour.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Together, let's drive.
The Detroit Pistons lead the Eastern Conference and sit firmly among the NBA's top teams. Secure your 2026-27 Pistons membership powered by Ticketmaster and lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in now. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
Club Keno Tripler time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Welcome back to the Halftime Show presented by Belfour Property Restoration. The Pistons led by as many as 18 in that first half of Game 1. The Cavs lagging behind after 24 minutes. It's 59-46 Pistons. And for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to George Blaha and Rick Mahorn at Little Caesars Arena. And Rick, you got to keep the pedal to the floor. You can't assume you're going to see the first quarter Cavs again this game.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, that second period was more like that a team that was in desperation, and they came out with it, and they won that quarter. So I look at it and say, all right, we know what this team is capable of doing, and having a guy like Mobley making threes that can stretch the floor at his size. So that's when you got to look at things and say, all right, how can we adjust to that?
And Jarrett Allen, who sat down early with 3 fouls, will start the second half, of course. He only played 5 minutes and 58 seconds. But in that Game 7 against Toronto, I'm going to repeat that, he had 22 points, 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. He's a force when he's out there. He had to sit down early in this one. That helped the Pistons. Let's hope he doesn't put his foot on the gas here in the second half. Pistons get the ball to start the second half. Cade already on the right baseline. Right wing Duncan Robinson, and he triples.
Tell you, man.
The distance doctor from downtown.
Not a doctor of distance. Man, you come up with some great names, George.
He's got 9. Cavs inbounds, and Mobley with a short hook gets 2 of the 3 back, so the Pistons are up 62-48. Tobias, forecourt, left corner against Harden. Tried to send it inside to Jalen Duren, and the pass was out of bounds. The Pistons turn it over. That is their 7th. Cavaliers have turned it 12 times.
We know it's going to be, game's going to get tighter, especially the first 5 minutes of this quarter, hopefully.
Harden up the right side. Harden stops, fires for 3, won't go through. Jalen Duren with a rebound. Bounces to Asar. Asar up the right side. Asar has it top side. Gets to the left elbow. Pump fake in front. Sideline left Tobias. Back to Duncan Robinson. A floater, no. Shot clock still running. Duncan from the left sideline for 3. And it's through.
What is his name, George?
Dr. Duncan Robinson. The doctor of distance. Doctor's up that score to make it 64-48 Pistons. Mobley lost it to Cade. But Mobley gets it back. Left corner is to Dean Wade, and he triples. He does have that kind of range. So it's 64-51. First scratch in the Abramson scorebook for Dean Wade. Jalen Duren top side to Tobias. Tobias to the left elbow. Overplayed by Jarrett Allen. Left corner to Asar. Bounces it inside for Cade to the basket. For a scoop, he missed it. And he hit the deck. Cavaliers to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell with a lob for Jarrett Allen. And he is grabbed by Duncan Robinson, trying to keep him away from a dunk. And that's the 4th foul on Duncan Robinson. That hurts.
That does hurt. The way that he's been playing right now.
11 points in 10 minutes for Duncan Robinson. He stays in the game. Jarrett Allen on top against JD, winning the right to Mobley. Mobley to the right baseline. Mobley to the basket for a score.
Too easy.
He has a dozen. 64-53. Pistons by 11. 9.5 left in the third. Asar Thompson up the right side. Off for Duncan Robinson. Knocked away by Donovan Mitchell and out of bounds.
Well, you know teams make adjustments, and what Cleveland is doing is switching all pick and rolls.
See how that works out. 9:29 to play in the third. Officials checking the time.
So they ruled it a 2, so it's a 3 now.
Duncan Robinson got an extra point from distance. Pistons inbound to JD. Jalen Duren puts it on the deck, fights his way to the basket against Jarrett Allen. Still has it. Allen got a piece of the shot. Down goes JD. Clock runs out before Asar can hit it from the left baseline.
Good defense by Cleveland Cavaliers. Couple of blocks.
65-53 Pistons. Harden up the right side. Harden right corners to Dean Wade. Wade to the lane. Down deep to Allen.
Timeout by JB.
And Wade able to score. He got it back from Allen. Dean Wade's playing well. And the Piston lead has been trimmed to 10. No one said it was going to be easy. 9:03 left here in the third quarter. The Pistons 65, the Cleveland Cavaliers 55. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
That commercial break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Detroit Pistons. Secure your 26-27 Pistons memberships powered by Ticketmaster to lock in playoff priority access, member-only merchandise discounts, and exclusive events like Meet the Team. Head to Pistons.com/memberships to lock in right now. The Pistons mobile app is presented by Xfinity, your go-to for all things Pistons. View upcoming matchups, access behind-the-scenes content, and earn benefits by using our mobile wallet presented by Ally. Download now from the App Store. George Blaha with Rick Mahorn, courtside in downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. Cavaliers just won't go away. And they did lose a player who could be dangerous later in the game. Not tonight, though. He's out. Sam Merrill with a hamstring. And
I mean, that hurts because
that could hurt him for the rest of the series.
Yeah, but right now we got to worry about this third period. Pistons didn't come out with that fire, that first 5-minute fire that I like to see. And good call, good timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff to get his troops ready.
Jarrett Allen is back for Cleveland. He had to sit with 3 fouls early. They might play him till he gets too tired and has to come out here in the second half. They got almost nothing out of him in the first half. Duncan Robinson stays in, 4 fouls or not. Head to Asar. Asar up the left side, leaves it on the wing for Tobias. JD comes to get it on the left wing. Against Jarrett Allen. Inside it goes to Cade. Cade with a quick shot off the glass. He has 16. The Pistons have him down 12. Harden pass inside for Mobley, and Mobley flips it up from in front, and they trim the lead back to 10. 14 for Mobley.
They're trying to keep it in striking distance.
Yes, exactly.
And then, in this NBA.
Pistons have it in the hands of Tobias. High post right against Harden. Harden is a pickpocket. Harden had the ball, and they say he's fouled by Asar Thompson. J.B. DeRosa calls Asar for his third foul.
A lot of, like I said, it's some fouls that should be called earlier because Harden is, he's the artist of that.
J.B. DeRosa does call it on Asar. Harden to forecourt. Top side to Mobley. Mobley to the foul line. Mobley way outside for Harden. Clock at 7. He's deep on the right wing against Cade, who almost took it away. Now he does. Cade to the floor with a steal. To Duncan Robinson to Asar for a slam.
I'll tell you, Cade Cunningham, way to sacrifice your body.
22 points now for the Pistons off Cavalier turnovers. That one, all effort from the Pistons star, Cade Cunningham. 69-57 Pistons, 7:48 left in the third. Mobley to forecourt, has it in the right wing. Mobley to the right baseline. In front for Jarrett Allen. Left-hand hook, and he hit it.
Exchanging baskets right now.
His first hoop of the game. It's now a 10-point game again. You're right, Rick. Back and forth with the baskets. Cade down the lane. Right corners to Asar. Cade will get it back in the right corner. Dump it deep to Asar. Tried to dunk it. Allen blocked it.
A foul on him. That's his fourth.
JD ended up with a basketball, and Allen does get his fourth foul.
He's just, like you said, he just scratched the surface on that his last layup.
Sarr at the line, fouled by Jarrett Allen, gets the first.
Sarr has 10 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Man.
He fills up that stat sheet, doesn't he? Also has a block and a steal.
And that's the only block by the Pistons. Usually it's a block party.
He got both free throws. Good for Sarr. It's 71-59 Pistons, 7-16 left third quarter. Cleveland going to the hoop to our left in front of their bench. Deep on the right wing, now to Max Strus, who's checked in. Top side to Harden. Harden snaps the pass to Strus. Deep left, jacks up a three. It's through. He's a born shooter as well. And it's 71-62. The Cavaliers within 9. Just under 7 to play in the third. Ausar Thompson walks it up the left side. Ausar to the lane. Ausar to the right baseline. Leaves it there for Cade. Cade snaps the pass inside for J.D. Thrown down by James Harden. He was caught like the mouse in the house. J.D. way too big for him, and he fouled him.
Getting Cade an early breather right now. Dennis Jenkins comes in for him.
That'll help down the road, of course. Ausar will inbound from the right sideline. Top side to Danis. Wing the left out to J.D. Hands to Danis to the basket. Hands it off to Ausar. Deep left, Duncan Robinson misses on the long gun. The rebound off the floor to Cleveland. Tyson has it ahead to Harden. Harden lost it. Hit the deck. Tobias the other way for a jam.
Man.
Great body control by Tobias Harris. Timeout Cleveland. Tobias fighting the Cavaliers to get to the basket. Still had enough in the tank to go up and jam it. Good for him. Tobias with a dozen, and the Pistons lead 73-62. Cleveland will take a timeout here on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Club Keno Tripler time is back, and some folks still have a few questions. So it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one, and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
It's an exciting season for our Detroit Pistons. But you don't have to play for the team to get the same elite health care that keeps them at their best.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
That timeout break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of your Detroit Pistons. I want to tell you something. You see Danis Jenkins out there playing his heart out and playing well and making a difference. He's a graduate of the Motor City Cruise of the G League. You can see the future of basketball with the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Pistons. High energy action, family-friendly fun, giveaways, free parking, and mascot appearances at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Create a family tradition with a 2627 membership today at cruisebasketball.com/membership. A couple of Lions in the house. And why wouldn't they be here? Amra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs. But we got Rick Mahorn with us. And the Pistons have 11 points on the fast break to none for Cleveland.
Yeah, I tell you, it's nice that the fans will. It's nice that you get a little appreciation from the fans because you get that first championship, and I think this is I want to see the Pistons get to that point and keep continuing. Seeing Ben Wallace, seeing Rip Hamilton, it started somewhere, and seeing Isaiah here the other night, and James Edwards, Buddha, Vinnie Johnson. Man, I was like, dang, are we gonna go play a pickup game?
I think VJ's here tonight, and I know Buddha is.
Yeah, Buddha's here. He drove me.
Cavaliers basketball. Pistons lead them 73-62. Mobley on the right wing. Mobley lost the handle. Swipe by Danis Jenkins. Lob inside for JD.
Oh, brought it down.
Brought it down. They slapped it away. Strus has it. Mobley stripped him. Dennis Schroeder in the lane. Low inside for Mobley. Back on the right wing for Harden. Into the paint for Schroeder, and the Pistons take it away from him. Danis to forecourt. He's at the left elbow. Top side for Duncan Robinson. Thought about the three, didn't take it.
Get it to the old man River. There you go, Tobias Harris.
Tobias on top. Shot clock at 6. Low right to Jalen Duren. Rocked and fouled by Mobley. That's only the second on Mobley, but don't forget Jarrett Allen has 4 fouls.
And JD Duren only is 1 for 7, only scored 1 field goal, but this is the time that you really need him really to get in that paint and destroy.
Well, he has 8 rebounds and 5 points and plenty of time to do some more damage. Cade will inbound from the right sideline. On the wing to Danis against Schroeder. Danis to the basket. Shot won't fall. It comes up short to James Harden. Ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder to the basket on the other end. Lays it up, lays it in. 73-64.
Can't seem to get away from this Cleveland Cavalier team.
And that's dangerous. Asar topside for Cade. He's grabbed and fouled trying to get a shot airborne. James Capers blows the whistle on Jalen Tyson before the shot. Jalen Duren will get a rest. Isaiah Stewart checks in.
You look at the center positions on both of these teams. Isaiah Stewart with 6 points. Jalen Duren with 5. And you look at Allen only with 2.
The bigs haven't been as big as they normally are. Pistons to Cade on the right wing. Shot clock at 3 to the foul line. Turns, tough fade away off the heel. Rebound, Danis Jenkins. Gives it up, gets it back in the right corner. In front to Asar, left wing to Tobias, clock at 5. Tobias with a 15-footer and it falls.
Give it to the uncle. Uncle T.
14 for Tobias. Pistons 75, Cleveland 64. 4:09 to play in the third. Strus on the right sideline. Strus to the foul line. Throws up a prayer. Won't be answered. But as the ball is batted around, we got a foul called on Isaiah Stewart. Tobias has 14 points in 28 minutes. Coming off a 30-point Game 7 against Orlando. He also has 6 rebounds. Cleveland topside to Jarrett Allen. Leaves it there for Strus. Right wing bounce to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell plows his way down the lane. Throws it up too hard. Rebound to Stu. Ahead to Asar. Start trying to get to the rim, and the shot wouldn't drop.
Got to slow it down just a little bit.
Schroeder to Strus. Strus, left corner, Donovan Mitchell, and he triples.
And that right there, that's when you say, okay, just slow it down just a little bit.
3:28 left in the third. It's 75-67 Pistons. After the triple for Donovan Mitchell. Asar, right hands up the right side. Winging the right to Stu. Top side Tobias. It's on the way. It's off the iron. Off the floor to Asar. Asar to the left baseline. Works against Tyson. Left sideline. To Cade over Donovan Mitchell with the shot. Off the iron. Rebound to Jalen Tyson. Schroeder to forecourt. Under 3 left in the third. Pistons by 8. Schroeder deep right to Strus. He'll start his drive and lay it up and lay it in. Now it's a 6-point game. He has 11. Danis all the way to the left baseline, and they lose the ball. Schroeder to the basket on the other end, lays it in, and that will push the Pistons into a timeout. It's 75-71. A Cleveland comeback here with 2:25 to play here in the third. The Pistons 75, the Cavaliers 71. This is game 1 of round 2. The Pistons have had as much as an 18-point lead. Right now they lead by just 4 here on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Together, let's drive.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Two and 25 to play in the third. A burst from the Cavaliers has cut the Piston lead to 4. It's 75-71 with 2 and 22 to play in the third.
Cade is only 4 for 14, putting a lot of stress on him.
Cade against Tyson up the left side. JD comes to screen. Cade down the lane. Up fake in front. Lesser good. He earned that hoop. It's 77-71. Schroeder up the right side for the Cavaliers. The ex-Piston all the way through the paint. Nothing there. Left corner to Strus, and Strus fires and fills it. These guys are a lot better with this guy available. He was hurt most of the season.
Yeah, he can shoot it. He's 5 for 9, 4 for 6 for 3.
15-6 run for the Cavaliers. Duncan Robinson, top side 3 for the Pistons. Off the rim and out of bounds.
Not great shot selection right now in this third period.
77-74, the Pistons by just 3. Schroeder off to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell up the left side. Mitchell against Ron Holland gets a screen from Strus. Now he's two-timed by JD and Cade. Right wing to Schroeder, starts down the lane. Pistons knock it away. Cade down the lane on the other end. Right corner to Ron Holland. Winging the right to Duncan Robinson. Back to Holland in the corner. Cross-court dish intended for Karis LeVert. Nearly swiped by Tyson. But Tyson knocks it out of bounds.
Right now, Cleveland is being the aggressor, pushing the basketball, but also closing out on shooters.
Karis LeVert from the left sideline. Top side to Ron Holland. Shot clock at 8. Ron Holland delivers to Cade. Clock at 4. He'll rise and gun for 3. Fouled on the shot try. The foul is on Jalen Tyson.
That's 3.
He'll get 3 free throws for this one.
Put his arm in it. Put his hand and his arm in the cookie jar.
I bet you used to do that after school, Rick.
What's that? We couldn't.
Go home and eat cookies.
Hey, it was always going. I mean, my brother and my sisters, they would get it before I even get home. Unless I was in kindergarten.
Then they give you cookies in school, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially, you get it for that little afternoon snack.
Cade's first free throw up and in. So is the second. Duncan Robinson will come out, still with 4 fouls. Danis Jenkins checks in. So Danis, Karis LeVert, Cade, Ron Holland, and J.D. on the court for the Pistons.
Cade is up to 30 minutes and still got 12 more to go. I mean, this is the playoffs, so there's no time limit there.
He's 9 for 10 at the line. He got all 3. Pistons 80, Cleveland 74. Too close for comfort. Jarrett Allen's pass intended for Donovan Mitchell, and he was grabbed and held by Karis LeVert. They call the foul.
It's only the 4th, so they ball's on the side.
39.4 left in the third. Donovan Mitchell will inbound over Ron Holland from the left sideline. Up top to Strus. Strus works against Karis LeVert. Strus guns for 3. It won't go through. Ron Holland with a rebound.
Trying to get 2 for 1.
To Cade. Cade across the timeline against Tyson.
Tyson is being physical with Cade, trying to wear him down.
Shot clock at 8. Cade to the left wing. Cade to the lane. Deep left. Danis Jenkins misses a 3. Rebound Tyson. Way ahead. And a jam for Max Strus. And it's now 80-76 Pistons. Ron Holland from midcourt rises and fires. And he fills it up. Ron Holland at the horn.
Right now you got Tyson.
Muscle Man makes a big time play.
And then you got a little extracurricular activity with Tyson and Cade Cunningham, and that's some BS. I can tell you that much. Tyson is upset. Cade just, looked at him. They need to see that.
We'll take a look back at what may or may not have happened there, but what did happen was a flush for Strus on one end and a triple for Ron Holland to beat the buzzer from midcourt. They still haven't signaled that the shot is good.
Well, they're looking at it.
They might be looking at the extracurricular activities. Scoreboard reads the Pistons 83, the Cleveland Cavaliers 76. Let's keep it here until we get a word from the officials. Now we need to take a break. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
See the future of basketball with the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Detroit Pistons. Enjoy high-energy action, family-friendly fun, giveaways, free parking, and mascot appearances at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Create a family tradition with the 2026-27 membership today at cruisebasketball.com/membership. Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, especially during the 2026 NBA playoffs, presented by Google. As the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, Ticketmaster gets you to every round of the playoffs so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles, from seeing your favorite Piston stars up close to being there when the champions are crowned. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring playoff tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Pistons.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment. Just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at rougiette.com/pistons. That's RUGIET.com/pistons.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
That timeout break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle sponsor of the Pistons. Cleveland closed it down to a 3-point game with 1:52 to play in the third. Led by Max Strus, they outscored the Pistons 30-24 in the third. We start the fourth. Strus to the basket.
And one.
Flips it up and in. He's fouled by Ron Holland. He'll get a free throw.
And Strus is really giving them a punch off the bench. 31-20. Pistons only 20 points from the bench, but 30 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Strus at the free throw line. Pistons 83. Cavaliers 78. Make it 79 as the free throw falls. He has 19 points in 19 minutes. Cade to forecourt against him. Down on the right wing went Duncan Robinson, and Schroeder had something to do with it.
Schroeder's got technical on him. Strus.
Technical foul on Dennis Schroeder for the push down of Cade. Cade at the free throw line, and he missed it. The Pistons will regret missing some free throws.
Missed 6 so far. 22 for 28.
Make it tougher to win the game.
We also have a personal foul against Cleveland Cavaliers.
Schroeder got a personal as well. All right, Pistons inbound to Tobias. Tobias overplayed by Mitchell. Sideline right to Jalen Duren. Jalen bounces it to Duncan Robinson. Duncan from the right baseline. Floats it up and fills it up. Tough shot in traffic. Under pressure, and he has now 14. Thomas Bryant, deep left, misses a 3 for the Cavaliers. Cade with a rebound.
And Strus would have, they called, my
gosh.
gosh.
Cade for a walk because Strus got up in his face.
Rare turnover.
Pistons have 11 turnovers now to 17 for the Cavaliers. But the game is tight. It's 85-77. Keon Ellis is checked in for the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell spins on top. Can't shake Donovan Mitchell. Deep right it goes. And Schroeder triples.
They making threes. They're 43%. 13 for 20.
Back the other way goes Tobias to the right baseline. 10-footer goes. It's 87-82. Just underway in the fourth. Schroeder against Holland. Deep left. Mitchell misses a long 3. And it's out of bounds. Pistons have the ball in a 5-point lead. Danis Jenkins is coming back.
No, he's not. They won't let him in.
Momentarily he will. Pistons up court to Ron Holland. Allen bounces it wide right to Tobias against Donovan Mitchell. Tobias backs him in. Sends it left wing. Ron Holland with a miss. That was a three. Cleveland the other way. Schroeder inside. Went too deep. Missed the shot. Ball slapped back outside. Ellis misses. Donovan Mitchell has it on top. Block. Inside for Thomas Bryant. And he got it blocked.
Huge block by Tobias Harris.
Jalen Duren gets credit for the block here as Ron Holland to the right baseline. Missed the shot, but he has drawn a foul with 9:52 to play.
Foul on Mitchell. This is only his first.
He hasn't been playing much defense. Donovan Mitchell with a foul.
No, that block was by Duren, man. I mean, that was a heck of a block.
JD's doing other things besides scoring, and Ron Holland's at the free throw line. Gets the first one to go. He has 6 points. 2 for 3 from the floor. Now 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Missed the next. JD with the rebound. Left wing Duncan Robinson. Long gun, and it goes! The doctor of distance strikes again. Duncan Robinson lengthens that lead to 91-82. Dennis Schroeder up the right side. Schroeder inside. Left corners for Bryant. He lost the ball out of bounds. Pistons and their fans now putting the hurt on the Cavaliers as best they can. It's still 9:32 to go in a game. And it's a single-digit Piston lead. They once led by 18 in the first half.
George, we've been around this game a long time, and you've been around here, and we know how these games are, especially when it comes to playoff basketball.
You know how they is. They can close down in a hurry. Danis Jenkins up the right side, top side to Cade against Keon Ellis. Duncan Robinson with a screen. Cade back to Duncan Robinson, left wing. Duncan down the lane, fakes the pass, takes the shot, flips it up, fills it up, count that baby, and a foul. Duncan Robinson to the rescue.
Technical on somebody, I believe so. It was Harden giving Duncan Robinson a push in the chest, and then they start talking and whooping.
The foul's on Donovan Mitchell.
And they're going to look at it.
They're going to look at what happened between James Harden and Duncan Robinson.
Previous players under review for potential hostile act.
93-82 Pistons. It's an 8-0 run for the home team. They lead by 11. We still have 9:15 to go in game one of this round 2 playoff series between the guys from the Motor City and the men from Cleveland, Ohio. We'll keep it here.
Duncan Robinson, I'm looking at the replay in house. Doesn't look like a hostile act. At least on the Pistons side.
Following the successful free throw, Robinson chest bumps Harden. Harden pushes. Therefore, we have a dead ball, double technical foul. Okay. On each player, we will have 1 free throw and play off that free throw.
No, he was just yelling, screaming, and then Harden goes. I don't think he wants any of JD. But I think it was much of nothing.
The only thing that's going to happen here is Duncan Robinson gets the and 1 free throw with 9:15 to play.
And Kenny Atkinson puts in Dean Wade, who's been kind of invisible. I mean, Strus has been doing a great job for them coming off the bench with 19 outs. Basically holding the Pistons with their 21 points off the bench. He has 19, and they got 35 points.
Duncan Robinson with a free throw. Doesn't go. He's stuck on 19.
Those free throws, man.
Pistons 93, Cleveland 82. 9 minutes left. Harden up the left side. Harden left baseline. Wraps around a pass intended in the right corner for Donovan Mitchell. Pistons knock it out of bounds. Nassar Thompson and Isaiah Stewart about to check in for the Pistons with 9:05 to play. Tobias will get a rest. Jalen Duren will sit down for a rest. And the crowd applauds as Stu checks in. 9:05 left. Pistons by 11. Cavaliers ball. Shot clock at 13. Harden on the right sideline. Harden to the right baseline. Double team. Ball batted away. And it's off Wade and out of bounds left corner.
Good defense.
They two-timed Harden.
Harden's 2 for 9.
8:56 to play. Cade up the left side against Dean Wade. Cade has the top side. Cade to the lane against Donovan Mitchell. Shot is going to come up short. Bounds out to Danis Jenkins. Top side Duncan Robinson. Back to Danis on the left wing. Clock at 2. Danis fires. It's off the heel. Rebound, Jalen Tyson. Harden has it forecourt on top. Left wing, Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell to the lane. Half hook on the run. He hit it. Has that look in his eye now, like every time I get it, it's going up. He has 19. 93-84. Pistons with the lead. 8:08 to play. Cade bounces it inside for Stu. Isaiah Stewart deeper to Asar. Left corner to Danis Jenkins. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
3 seconds. They called it 3 seconds on Stu. I can't believe it.
Officials.
What do they call him?
They're going to talk this over.
What am I missing?
Cade in a conversation right now with Ben Taylor about the call.
That's suspect right there.
But it's going to stand. 3-second call in the lane against Isaiah Stewart. Pistons 93, Cleveland 84. 7:50 left. James Harden to forecourt. Harden topside. Harden launches a three. It's off the heel. Strus with a rebound. Deep right, Donovan Mitchell ran into Danis Jenkins. Almost lost it out of bounds. Gets it back. Rocks that dribble. Duncan Robinson up on him. Donovan Mitchell to the right baseline. Glacier on the run. No. Rebound Jarrett Allen to Donovan Mitchell. Harden down the lane. Found some contact. Missed the shot. He'll get the call.
Got to get these rebounds, man.
He was searching for contact and got some.
Yes, he was, but there's too many offensive second chance points. Second chance basket.
Cade called for the foul. Harden kind of bogarted him. James Harden stuck on 9 points. Gets the first free throw, so now he has 10. First point in the second half for James Harden. Donovan Mitchell comes out. Harden makes both free throws. Cleveland with Harden and Strus out back. Jenkins right hands to forecourt. Works against Tyson. Moving the left to Asar. Leaves it there for Duncan Robinson. Duncan, right corners to Danis Jenkins. Clock at 5. Danis launches a three. It's a round and off. Rebound, tapped by Cade, but he can't hang on. Strus has the basketball for the Cavaliers. Jarrett Allen in forecourt. Allen, right sideline to James Harden. The Beard backs on Danis. Way outside for Max Strus. Long gun, no. Rebound tap to Harden. Harden from the right baseline. Shot dances and drops.
Long shot, long rebounds.
And
timeout by the Pistons.
J.B. Bickerstaff's going to take a timeout. It's a 6-0 run for Cleveland, and now a 93-88 Piston lead. This thing looks like it's going to go to the wire. 6:32 to go in game one of round two. Pistons at one point had an 18-point lead. Right now, they lead the Cleveland Cavaliers by 5. This is the Pistons Playoff Radio Network for Ticketmaster.
Together, let's drive.
I'm Cade Cunningham. In basketball and in life, it's all about respect. It's about getting respect and giving it. Sam Bernstein Law gets big-time respect for their results, their experience, and their resources. But they give respect, too. By listening, by putting their clients first, by treating every person like family. Getting respect and giving respect. That's the Bernstein advantage.
R-E-S-P-C-T, that's what Bernstein means to me.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment. Wallside Windows, the home for affordable quality. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
That commercial break brought to you by Kia, an official vehicle partner of your Detroit Pistons. New Pistons playoff gear just dropped. Get authentic shirts, hats, jerseys, and more at Pistons313shop.com. Detroit style, game time, anytime. Join Pistons Rewards presented by Ticketmaster to secure playoff priority access and the opportunity to enter for a chance to win a pair of playoff tickets. Earn points with every purchase and redeem them for exclusive perks, merch, and unforgettable experiences. Head to Pistons.com/rewards to join today. We're down to the final 6.5 minutes of this one. Pistons with a 5-point lead. Look, they don't come easy in the postseason, do they?
No, they don't. And right now look at the center position. Duran is 1 for 7. 9 boards, though. 4 assists, but only 5 points. And then I'm looking at Jarrett Allen. Only played 16 minutes, 1 for 4, 2 rebounds, 4 personal fouls, but only 2 points. Pistons got to do a better job of these second chance opportunities, man. Long shots, long rebounds.
Pistons with 14 offensive rebounds. Cavaliers with 10. Cleveland's won the board war overall 37-36. They've outshot the Pistons 457-423. But they've turned it 18 times with only 12 turnovers for the Pistons. And the free throws have helped the Pistons to the lead. Danis Jenkins up the middle. Danis Jenkins bounces it inside for J.D. and lost the pass out of bounds off his hip. Strus knocked it off, I believe, J.D. and out of bounds.
Cade's not in the game right now.
James Harden into the paint to Tyson. Back to Harden deep on the right wing. Harden against Duncan Robinson. Clock at 8, now it's at 7. Harden to the lane, floats it up from in front. It's around and down. He's got that touch. When it hits the rim, it usually falls. He has 15, and the Pistons lead by just 3. Danis, right hands up the right side.
Make sure the points in the paint are critical. Give it to Uncle T.
Pistons to Tobias, deep right against Strus. He'll turn and fire off the rim. Jarrett Allen with a rebound to Harden. Pistons up 3. Cavaliers ball, 5.5 left. Harden deep on the right wing, launches a 3. It's way long, but a foul's called on Asar.
Attempting a three-pointer.
It's going to be 3 free throws for the Beard, James Harden, who sold that call a little bit.
Not going to challenge it and made sure.
4th foul on Asar. Harden's an excellent free throw shooter, already 6 for 6. He has 3 coming. The first is up and in.
Cleveland has fought their way back in there with getting second chance opportunities and out-rebounding the Pistons.
2 more could tie the score. First one's up and in. First of the last 2. So he's 2 for 2 at the stripe and gets 1 more. Fouled on the triple try. They have not missed a free throw. 13 for 13 for the Cavs. Pistons 25 for 31. James Harden hits another, and we're all tied at 93. Cade's back in the game. 5:24 to play. Cade up the middle against Dean Wade. Screen from JD. Cade to the right wing for a long gun. It's short. Wade with a rebound. To James Harden. Cleveland looking to take the lead with 5:10 left. Harden topside against Cade. Harden left wing against Duncan Robinson to the baseline. Shot blocked and caught by Jalen Duren. What a defensive play, and what a great time to make it.
Huge play.
Cade to forecourt. Cade to the lane. Deep to JD for a dunk.
This is the JD we're used to seeing, George. Getting the ball in the paint and finishing around the basket.
Pistons by 2. Jalen Duren with plays on both ends. 4:37 to play. Harden outside for the Cavaliers. Bringing the right to Strus. Sideline right it goes. And gutting on the run is Tyson. Missed it.
Rebound JD.
Cade up the left side. Cade against Strus on the right wing. Cade to the basket. Dumps it off for JD. Another jam.
Yes, baby.
And that combination has been so good for so long for the Pistons all season long. Pays off again. The last 2 trips. Passes by Cade. Jams for Jalen Duren. And the Pistons lead 97-93. Timeout Cleveland with 4:13 to go. This is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network for Ticketmaster.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Rougiette is helping men take control of their sexual health with Ready, the 3-in-1 ED treatment that works in as fast as 15 minutes. At Rougiette.com, board-certified doctors build your personalized treatment plan with meds shipped discreetly to your door. 100% online, zero judgment, just ED treatment formulated with proven ingredients. Rougiette, official men's prescription partner of the Detroit Pistons. Get started at Rougiette.com/Pistons. That's RUGIET.com/Pistons.
Cavaliers have tied the score at 93 with 5:28 to play. The Pistons have untied it thanks to a great defensive play by Jalen Duren and 2 Jalen jams. And they now lead 97-93. We have 4:13 to go in the game. Ricky, these things will give you a heart attack, or heartburn, or something.
Most of it we do have heartburn right now, but right now I'm having a heart attack. But I'm not necessarily having that. It's just the fact that you like to see the way these guys are really playing and finishing this game hard.
Our studio engineer is Jenny Hornatsky. Our courtside engineer, Tim Jetski. And our studio host is Chris Villar. George and Rick with Joe Abramson, our statistician here courtside. And this is big time. Who's going to win this game 1 of this round 2 series? The Pistons had the Cavaliers down 18 early, but Cleveland's had a lot of fight. They tied the score a couple of minutes ago, and the Pistons now are clinging to a 4-point lead. It was 93 all with 5:28 left. Now we have 4:13 to play, and the Pistons are up 97-93. Cavaliers with the basketball, working the hoop to our left in front of their bench. Mobley on top. Mobley to the left wing. Short on the long gun. Rebound to Cade. Cade against Dean Wade. Dean to JD for another jam. Jalen Duren with a 6-0 run all by himself, all on dishes from Cade. Harden down the lane, floats one up and in for Cleveland to keep it at a 4-point Piston lead. 3:35 to play. Danish Jenkins up the left side for the Pistons. Gets to the left elbow, fires, fills it up. How about Danish drilling one with the game on the line? He has 8, his first hoop since the first quarter. 101-95 Pistons. Donovan Mitchell against Duncan Robinson on the left wing. Mitchell to the lane, hooks on the run, no, but he got some contact.
Duncan Robinson.
No, they're going to call it on Cade, I believe.
It's only his second. I'll tell you, JD woke up in this period with got 11 points with 11 rebounds.
Meantime, Duncan Robinson's at the line, hits the first. Donovan
Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Wish it was Duncan.
Now Donovan Mitchell closes his eyes, imagines a perfect free throw, opens them up, fires, and it's off the heel. His dream did not come true.
I like that one.
101-96. Pistons with the lead in the ball. 2:55 to play. Cade on top against Mitchell. Got clock at 6. Cade to the lane. Floating gun. Goes. Soft shot. 103-96. Cade has 23. To the basket on the other end goes Donovan Mitchell. Missed it. Wrestling the rebound away from the Cavaliers is Tobias.
Right now.
And they finally going to call that a jump ball.
No, they called it a foul.
It's a foul on Mitchell.
Tell you, the uncle.
Tobias paid for this rebound. He took a lot of abuse trying to pull that thing out of there.
He kept it.
They weren't going to take it away. But let me tell you something about Tobias Harris. He is 6'8" and 228 and in perfect shape.
With 16 points, 8 boards.
Danis Jenkins up the middle. Danis Jenkins to the left wing. Jenkins down the lane, takes it baseline right, turns, fires. It won't fall, but Jalen Duren's got the rebound. JD, top side to Cade. Leaves it there for Tobias. Clock at 4. Somebody's going to have to shoot it.
He's shooting
Tobias.
Don't do it,
buddy.
Don't do it like that, baby. Don't do it like that.
Tobias Harris takes over. He has 18. The Pistons lead 105-96. Just under 2 minutes left. James Harden, forecourt, left wing, working against Duncan Robinson. Harden shot off the high glass as he got to the baseline. He hit it. So it's 105-98. A minute and 44 still to play. Danis Jenkins walks it up the left side. Leaves it on top for Cade against Donovan Mitchell. Looking the right to Danis. Danis way outside to Cade. Clock at 5. Dean Wade's on him. Cade will take him right to the basket. Throws up the shot. It won't fall. Rebound off the floor to Donovan Mitchell. A minute and 18 left. Pistons 105. Cavaliers 98. Harden with the basketball. Harden on the drive. Pistons knock it away. Jalen Duren with a basketball.
Don't need to. Clock's your friend. Clock's your friend.
We only have 58 seconds left. And the Pistons with a 105-98 lead. Danis Jenkins shoots the pass into the right corner to Tobias. Missed the shot. Long rebound to Duncan Robinson.
I tell you, that was Jenkins with a nice tap out.
Tobias to the basket. Off the glass and no, but he was fouled on the shot.
Mobley with that foul.
Pistons have outscored him 12-5 since we had a tie game with 5:28 left.
If I had to give a game ball to anybody, got to give it to Danis Jenkins, man. He hit some clutch shots, but he's also tapped that ball out to get the Pistons another attempt.
There's a lot of guys you can give it to.
Yes, it is.
I like this guy who's at the free throw line a little bit, too.
Yeah, the uncle.
Tobias has 19 points and 8 rebounds. Get the first.
Yep.
Here's the second. Yes. 14-5 run.
No foul.
Since we were tied at 93. Dean Wade to forecourt for Cleveland. Top side, Donovan Mitchell, and a long three is through. Make it 107-101, 31.5 seconds left.
You got timeouts if you can't get it in.
Danis inbounds to Cade. Cross court to Asar.
Get it
back
over.
to Danis. Danis across the timeline in time. And he was fouled with 26 seconds left. The foul's on Harden. Danis Jenkins will step to the free throw line. He's done a lot of good things tonight. And the first free throw is up and in. That's another one.
And here's the big thing. That's his first free throw attempt, and he made it. But here's the big thing about him. He's got 6 boards. The littlest guy on the court got 6 boards.
Important boards, too. Danis made them both, and now Cleveland will take a timeout. But we only have 26 seconds to go in the game. The Pistons 109, Cleveland 101. These fans can't wait to celebrate, Rick.
Man, they can't wait. I'm sitting up here, my heart's beating out my chest. I mean, this is like, oh man, this is one of the, like I'm playing the game.
Well, it's been great having you back and in good health to watch this most important game 1 of round 2. The Pistons led 37-21 after 1. They were up 59-46 at the half. Led 83-76 at the end of 3. despite being outscored in the third 30-24. Right now they have the Cavaliers down 8 with only 26 seconds to play.
Crowd's
loving it.
It all started with J.D. starting to get those points in the paint and making those dunks, made that block. Just got to finish this, it's not a lot of possessions left in 26 seconds, but Cleveland's going to try to go for a 3.
J.B. Bickerstaff making some suggestions to his team defensively, more like orders. Harden inbounds, right corner. Donovan Mitchell forces the 3, misses it, gets it back on the bounce, but Danis takes it away. Danis to the basket for a jam. 17.1 to play. Now it's 111 to 101.